I'm going to talk about supply chain versus supply chain, the hype and the reality. It's explained by myself, Agostino Compati. Supply chain versus supply chain. Well, in order to start thinking about the future, companies need today to start thinking about how to maximize their supply network, how they're going to integrate their capabilities, how they're going to have more coordination and alliances, and having external suppliers. Well, according to a Delphi study conducted by the MIT, 70% of the participants respond that the supply chain versus supply chain characterizes the competitive future. And they had three types of scenarios that I'm going to explain you and step by step. How will companies compete? Well, according to this other survey, 36% of respondents say that formal supply chain versus supply chain strategic set of supply network companies are going to compete in. Also, according to a 23%, single company competes on supply network cost and their service capability. The first scenario, competing as supply chain versus supply chain literally. Limitation due to barriers about the capabilities and common overlapping suppliers, where it works, especially where there are no common strategic suppliers such as fashion industry, as, as an example, Zara. Well, they use different supply networks to achieve different capabilities, and also in the poultry industry, because of their vertical integration, they compete on their brand as well as on their ability to mass produce quality chicken. Where it doesn't work, in common strategic suppliers, in companies that have common strategic suppliers such as Airbus and Boeing, they both are aerospace companies that rely on the same suppliers for avionics, and they compete in design and cost efficiency, and the same statement is for Dell and Compaq. They seek to differentiate themselves through cost and customization because they use the same components usually. Having a literal look, there is no universal answer to the question of which supply chain model is always the best. It diverges from company to company, from industry to industry. We have three categories of supply networks. The completely disconnected one are the vertical integrated, such as manufacturers in the poultry production. Then we have the completely overlapping, as Airbus versus Boeing. They overlap in engines, electronics, avionics, tires, seats, and other components. And the partially overlapping, for example, the automotive supply networks of the United States in 2000, with many OEMs sharing common suppliers. Scenario 2 and 3. The scenario 2, competing on supply network capabilities. The benefits of one-to-one or next-star coordination are quantifiable. Successful one-to-one relationship add value. As an example, boss supplier integration benefit them by having a faster design and lower cost. And this Zara selected dedicated outsourcing. They benefit from this with a rapidly customized production. Also, the scenario number 3, competing on network capabilities led by a channel master. The channel master uses its market power to coordinate processes and activities. As an example, we have Dell Computer and P&G. These channel masters range from being benevolent and working to provide benefits to the entire network to being entirely company focused and transaction oriented. Well, what are going to be the challenges of the future? In preparation for their competitive future, companies may find some value by recognizing the importance of language in describing their supply network and understanding the environment in which they compete. They need to start thinking about how to answer those questions. As a first question, does your company compete as a supply network, as a channel master, or under a channel master, or as a lone company solely based on your supply network capabilities? Then you need to start thinking what are your capabilities and how you're going to improve those capabilities in order to success in the marketplace, and how are you going to integrate them through contacts, unique products or services or relationships. Well, those are the main challenges for the company. They need to start thinking about them today. Thank you for your attention. Hope you enjoyed this presentation.